So there was a girl he dated in high school way back when. He thought she was pretty cute at the time. You guys break up. Years later, you come back and you look and you think, man, what was I thinking? I thought she was a lot prettier than that, a lot cuter, whatever. That is kind of what I'm up against with this Lansky sharpener. I've bought a couple of these over the years. I think I've gotten 3 of them. One was their diamond one. I don't even know where it's at. I've used these. I actually bought this in front of my father probably 18, 20 years ago. When I brought it home, he said, oh, that's one of those gimmicks. I said, no, it's not a gimmick. It provides a way so you can get a consistent angle, yada yada, does all this. And he said, oh, it's a gimmick. And then he would always tell me about the story where they were fishing in the Lake of the Woods, and it was one of those sharpeners with 2 ceramic rods. The guy was pushing down, the rod broke, cut into his hand. They had to tourniquet his hand. The float boat or float plane or whatever wasn't showing up for a couple days, so they tourniqueted it, and the guy wound up losing his hand. So I heard that story a bunch back then. So the overriding message was to be careful when you're working with knives. But so there I was kind of arguing in favor of the Lansky, and he was arguing against it. And he'd come back with the angle problem is fake problem. We've evolved for millions of years to know and biofeedback on exactly what those angles are, and people have been achieving insanely sharp edges for hundreds of years without any kind of assisted angle thing, blah blah blah. So we went back and forth on that for a while, and then I'll never forget one of the things he said. He said, hold on for a second, let me show you something. And what did you buy for your money? And so he said, if I was going to do this, he said, think about using this in a different way. And he pulled out one, and then he went and he got a whole different stone. And he's like, if you were going to affix this to a desk, how would you go about it? Basically comparing the surface area. But so yeah, he had me on that one. Anyway, how fathers and sons go back and forth. I replied that you could actually get effectively more surface area by combing down through there. I never liked, that's why I've got it on this vice grip too, I never liked the that little thing it comes with that you can flop over. I always wanted, probably more feedback. I would put my hand in there and then use a one of these guide rods. Oh, I can't see what I can do. One of these guide rods, and as soon as you make sure that it's not hitting on there. I've gotten some insanely good edges with the Lansky, but haven't used it for a while. And now that I'm looking at it again, I probably just won't. So to cut to the chase, I think the Lansky's fine if you're sharpening a single small pocket knife. Makes sense and something to kind of cut your teeth on, get used to. But if you've got to sharpen a lot of knives, I would just go with traditional whetstones or some of those DMT diamond stones. And you'll develop feel over time, and I think that's important.